I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what I want to be.
My son started kindergarten 6 years ago. He's in 5th grade now. And from the moment he came for his play group, his trial day here, he was completely sold. He loved the teachers, he loved the other kids that he interacted with. It just really was a good fit from the very start.
Yesterday, it seemed like we all really struggled taking away from a whole number. Remember when we talked about the algorithms and we said we have to follow certain steps in order to understand the answer? It's the same thing here.
I think that the key thing is believing that we provide a first-class education, and it is a further ticket to a continued first-class life through high school, college, and career.
This is a one-of-a-kind place, not just within Newark, but nationally. There are few schools that are focusing on the whole person, and not just whether you're doing the right or wrong thing with behaviors, but how are your eating behaviors? How do you care about other people? What's your relationship with the people who you may not like so much? How can you facilitate those things and grow as a person?
Like me, most of the people here had successful and happy lives, and I think that we all realize that that came from a certain caring and nurturing from other people. And I think we all together believe that we can translate that to these children. And that's the first and the most important thing that we do at Phillips Academy. Well, the building is really designed as an extension of all of that. I think it's full of color, it's full of wonder, it's full of joy, it's full of imagination. And I think the physical features are designed very intentionally to really bring out human and positive human reactions. We also use the building without a doubt as a teaching tool. It illustrates concepts in math, concepts in literature, and our belief in our values.
Then we just sat there together watching the pigeons flock back to our building for the night. We listened to them cooing above us, sounding like a million old ladies with something. What are we going to do? I asked. Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do is to write about when you had one good idea.
When my son first started to attend Phillips Academy, which was last year when he got in, it jumped out at me immediately how they communicate with respect to making him feel comfortable.
We're there for each other. If someone falls in my grade, like if someone's upset, there's always going to be someone from my class or the other class to go and help them up and make them feel better. And I know that's what I like about this school.
Phillips Academy Charter School isn't just a school, it's a family. So the students, you might find a 4th grade student in a kindergarten classroom getting support from their teachers. So just knowing that they're supported through and through.
What impressed me is that he knew kids that were older than him. He knew them by name and they knew him by name. So without necessarily being there and watching it, I knew that there were class levels that were participating with one another.
I need someone who's going to be a teacher. Go ahead up.
What you have to do first is you have to make the 2, and as the numerator, and make the denominator 1 to show that's one whole. So then you bring down the 1/5 because that stays the same.
Well, I mean, it's great to hear that kids are excited about EcoSpaces when you talk to them. Before we started EcoSpaces, I think we were a much more traditional school, and once we started the EcoSpaces program with the intention of informing them about health and wellness and being able to make good decisions for their lives here, but also their lives outside of here. But we're taking things that they would traditionally learn in a classroom and bringing it to one of the learning environments.
Yeah, the lunch program is great because they make most of the food from scratch, and we have our own rooftop garden, and some of the things that they cook in the kitchen come from the rooftop garden. I like to grow what I eat.
we're still teaching them fractions in the kitchen classroom, but we're doing it in a way that involves maybe making a whole wheat pizza and kind of understanding like, oh, if half of a pizza has mushroom on it and half of a pizza has onion on it, they can very easily visually see like, oh, that's a half and a half, and that whole thing makes a whole.
What we're doing here is we're growing our food. It's local, but then it's super local because we're growing the food where we're eating the food. So we have it right here, and then after we're doing this, it's like the grains are going to be cleaned, and then they're going to be taken into the kitchen, and the kitchen staff is going to cook it, and it'll be used at the salad bar. And so it's really a fun a part of our curriculum because it goes right along with our rooftop garden, which is very similar to this, but not exactly, because as you see in our Aero Farms unit, we don't use any soil. The seeds just grow with water and light, and it doesn't have to be used outside, which is really cool.
1 times 5 and 2 times 5, and then you bring that down, so your answer would be 1 and 4.
If you got that same answer, please send Yasmina your energy. All right, there's one last problem. This one is really, really, really hard.
We have designed our ambition for our kids to go to the top independent high schools, the best national universities, and onto graduate colleges where they can use their educations really as springboards, not only to a successful career, but a happy life.
Erica. Wow. Medina. No way do we all have hundreds. Elise.
100.
Yes. Ayana.
100.
Woo. Sahara.
100.
Wow. Yuki.
100.
OMG, dude.
I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I